we're back up here in Flagstaff today to check out another potential venture property, Venture on Route 66. This amazing property has 6 2-bedrooms, 5 1-bedrooms, and the rest are all studios. So it could be a great property to be an Airbnb. The team is gonna go check it out.
First of all, you guys stay warm, stay out of the snow. But this is going to be our venture on Route 66. We think the name's going to be. It's 23 or 24 units. I understand the manager's unit may or may not be a unit. I want to make sure you guys know everybody. This is Troy and Amanda. They manage Airbnbs up here for me, and we want them to come along with us and kind of help us look at what the potential is for some of the units and how we'd run it.
Yeah, so there's 2 vacant units. They're both 2 bedrooms. There's 6 2-bedrooms, 5 1-bedrooms, and then the rest are studios. And then we don't want to go into the units with everybody if somebody's here. A bunch of those will be people at work, and then we can spend more time in those.
And the snow's not sticking yet, so that's a good thing for us. And then we want to make sure we get everybody back on the road because it's going to be for the first 30 minutes drive out of Flagstaff, it's not going to be fun if it starts sticking. But let's get through some units. So we'll take a look at the first one here and then be able to look at some of the other ones and then get an idea of what we're doing.
So my first thoughts about this property when we came up is that it was giving me ski chalet vibes. So we want to just amp that up, make it a little bit more luxury ski chalet vibes. And then on the inside, I was thinking a very clean Scandinavian kind of color scheme, bright whites, some light natural wood colors. And I think these would be perfect for Airbnbs, especially if we go with that Scandinavian feel. Because when you go on vacation, you want your room to feel clean and bright. And you really just want the focus to kind of be the outside too. And we're so close to the ski resort, so this would be a great spot for an Airbnb, especially with all the units that are here.
So we just went through the property. There's 4 buildings here, and the units are really well taken care of. And the current owners are super nice people. They've told us that they've owned it for since 2016, and in that time they've done a lot of work. So big things we're concerned about: roofs they've redone, parking lot they've redone. Gas lines are all brand new on the property, and electrical. And then in addition to that, they've also done a majority of the sewer lines. So a lot of the things that we'd be concerned about are all fixed up and taken care of now. So it looks really good. The units look really nice, and I think it would work really, really well for an Airbnb project because of the size of the units.
We didn't know what we were going to see because we hadn't seen the property yet, but we went through almost all of the units. I really like the feel of the neighborhood. I like when I showed up, the feel of the property. It feels kind of like I'm up in the woods, which I am up here in Flagstaff, and being from Phoenix, that's what I want to feel. The properties are unique when we got in each of the units, and I liked the layout. They're big units. There's plenty of room in the 1-bedrooms and the 2-bedrooms, so really excited about what we can do with this property to kind of take it up a few levels.
The team has finished looking at the property, and now they're all going to meet up for a lunch discussion at a local Flagstaff hotspot.
All right, guys, so we got our food here. We're here at Fat Olives on Route 66 in Flagstaff.
Yeah.
It's a snowy day, so we just got back from our inspection of Venture on Route 66. It's just down the street.
Venture at Route 66.
It's actually Venture at Route 66,
Yeah.
just down the street.
So I only saw it on Google Maps and Earth because we found out about it and we had to jump in right away. There was another offer on the table, and we had to know that afternoon whether or not I want to take it. So we said, yeah, 2 thumbs up, we're taking the property. Danny, our head of construction, was up here last week, gave me 2 thumbs up, said the property looks good, and then we showed up today, so my expectations are already here. It looks really nice.
Yeah, and when the opportunity came up to buy this building, we knew what the price point is, and we immediately knew it would be a good value, but we didn't know in what shape the building would be in, and I suspected there would be a lot of repairs needed, a lot of renovations needed, and so I've been pleasantly surprised by the snow today, which
Still coming
I
down out
wasn't
there. Look at
expecting.
it's coming down and like
But-
crazy.
but also by how the condition of the property. To your point, they maintained it really well, and then when we got inside the units, the furnishings and the fixtures and the cabinets, the appliances are all fairly new. So
Yeah.
I was pleasantly surprised because our price point is right.
So I love that the property is situated kind of on an uphill drive. So it has the potential for really great like drive up looks. So I think putting in fresh coat of paint, making it look like a luxury ski chalet, going with some warm like gray tones, getting some deep browns in there. And then I definitely think getting string lights along all of the patios would really make it pop.
And we have great trees, pine trees on the property that give it that really rustic, woodsy feel and vibe.
Yeah, someone else was pointing out there's a couple aspen trees across the street too, which are super endangered right now. So that's always really
And we,
cool.
you know, and the thing we didn't see today because we got a blizzard going on outside, is the views. So we're on the hill, we're on the side of Mount Eldon, and if the Mount Eldon behind us is 12,000 feet, terraced.
Street level.
It's terraced.
Yeah,
Building 1, 2, 3, and 4.
And the
Like,
patios face that direction too.
it was built for that.
The other big question we had going in is, do we operate this property as a traditional apartment building, long-term rental, with 6-month and year leases, or do we operate it as a short-term rental, which in the Flagstaff market there's a big shortage of short-term rentals. And then when we looked at the property and seeing inside the units, you have 24 units in total, 6 2-bedrooms, 1 bath, and 5 1-bedroom, 1 bath. The rest are studios, which do really well as a short-term rental. So in my opinion, after looking at it and as we've been talking, I really like the idea of making it a short-term rental.
Main thing we always talk about, they're a little more work. We have to furnish them. There's the cleaning and turnover, and we're in a market, Flagstaff, where labor and materials and just getting things done takes more time and money.
And so this one makes a lot of sense. We know how to do it. It does generate really good cash flow, and so that's why it makes sense to do it as a short-term rental versus a long-term rental, because
Especially
it's
with all
more
those studios.
work.
All those studios, it just lends to the be a short-term rental.
When you do a short-term rental, we have to make these units cool. And you talked a bit about the outside. So what do we do on the inside to bring that up to a standard so that we can get the most bang for our buck on the short-term rental inside?
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things will be flooring. I don't think that carpet is going to be good for Airbnbs, especially in the winter months when people are tracking in all that snow. It's just going to increase all the cleaning costs for an Airbnb company. So getting in some nice vinyl plank flooring throughout the unit would be a major upgrade. All the cabinets are in really good shape, so I'm thinking we just get a fresh coat of paint on them.
The cabinets are
Right?
nice. Appliances are fairly
appliances.
new.
They're very
Yeah.
Flagstaff.
That's a big
they're
cost.
wood colored, but if they're in good shape, we clean them up a bit, paint them, and put new hardware on there, and it will really make it pop.
New light fixtures.
Yep.
I think the biggest change potentially need to happen in those bathrooms. The showers are really small, but me and Danny were kind of talking about some of the layout changes we could make in order to make that a little bit more user-friendly.